surviving stalemate is a concept that I came up with a few years ago. And the fact that it's a few years old is kind of funny, and I'll explain in a moment. But basically, I've been feeling stuck and kind of discontent with my circumstances for a long time. So I have a wonderful abundance of opportunity surrounding me. I have wonderful people in my life. I have a lot of access to really great things. And I've kind of been stuck in my own self-made limitations, because I can say that I'm fortunate to have a curious mind and to be open to a lot of different experiences, but I've been frickin' lazy. Lazy and feeling just stuck. And not just in my own world, which has made me feel quite unhappy in terms of, well, I want to make this change about myself, or I want to make that change about myself, because I've always been very motivated for self-improvement, but there are things outside myself that I recognize really need to be addressed. There are things in the world much larger than myself that need to be attended to, and I feel like we should really do something about it. So how do we do that? I mean, I feel so small as one person. How do we as individuals and we collectively as a group of people really affect change? And surviving stalemate has kind of two ends of the spectrum. So one is about getting out of the rut in one's personal life. So how do we get things together so that we can be our best versions? And really, my intent is to take you along and to show you what I'm doing to kind of become my best version, and using this as a modality to help document the changes that I'll be going through, because unfortunately I use a lot of external motivation, which is something that I need to change to move forward in my life. But in the meantime, if I'm using it in a positive way, I don't think it will entirely hurt, and I'm hoping that'll change with time, that I'm more motivated by what is entirely internal. So you have the personal aspect, but also to say, look, there are these really important issues outside of ourselves. Let's start to poke at those. We really ought to do something, and I want to try to make it seem cool. So how to get people politically engaged, how to get people curious about the impact that they have as individuals on the world, and what we can do to make our society more sustainable and equitable and more pleasurable to live in. Not pleasurable as in the short-term gratification, but just living in a world that we can be more and more proud of. So I invite you to join me. There's a lot to do, a lot to do. And I hope that at some point you can survive stalemate with me. See ya.